all the time. I gather stories. So I don't have the feeling that I have a practice that's separated from my life. It kind of naturally flows out of it. I went to study painting in the academy in Antwerp. Then I went to Ghent to study some more and to fall in love with other artists. And then I ended up in Brussels, where I felt at home immediately. And now I really feel like a resident of Brussels and a Brussels-based artist. Whenever I make an exhibition, I make a sculpture, I leave it behind, and your first impression would be to think, oh, now the work is done. But basically that's when it starts, because it changes all the time because of the audience. And that's why I work all the time and all over the place. I see everything I do as one continuing project, one long story with lots of bizarre side notes, peripheral elements, little moments of improvisation, but I wouldn't say that I really have a studio practice. I make legend paintings, tiny paintings, really accessible, figurative. They're closest related to how I'm thinking. They translate my concerns and translate them very directly. They're really hard work to make. I make them in my mind, and for every painting I make, I have at least 10 sketches. A legend. This word is important to me because you can use it as this kind of little recipe to read a map. So it has this very pragmatic meaning. But of course, it also has this more suggestive historical meaning. They kind of suggest that there's an underlying moralist notion. People need me in order to understand the work. And the legend painting is the closest you can get to the content of the work. I grew up in a village of less than 500 people. And the majority of the artworks I saw in books. But I was really interested in the texture of artworks and to be able to walk around them and see them in a different kind of light. The majority of things I had to learn about, for example, about love. I'm a queer person, so I didn't find any answers for my feelings. Whenever I was looking for love as a queer kid, I had nobody to talk to. But I had like winks from 17th century paintings or a biography of Leonardo da Vinci, which would just help me out. It's a wink, it's hidden, it's in the margin. It's marginalized. And that's why I use all of these weird, absurd, bizarre anecdotes. And it's a lot of work in order to understand everything I talk about. But I'm not forcing anyone to understand anything. I want a different kind of society of sensitivity. And through aesthetics, I try to stimulate sensitivity and empathy. And I think beauty can really help us in this way.